All right, traders, it's Mark here. If you've ever wanted to learn about trend trading, this is going to be the video for you. All right, I'm going to show you a trend trading indicator, a trend trading style, and more importantly, a trend trading method that I hope is going to make you unstoppable. Okay, and to show you this trend trading strategy, we're going to be using the NASDAQ as our use case. Don't forget, guys, you can trade the NASDAQ on any asset class. For all you Forex traders, your symbol's NAS100. You trade futures, your symbol's NQ, and if you trade stocks, your symbol is QQQ. All right, you've heard me say this before, guys. Selecting the right symbol to trade is extremely important. In fact, I think that's going to either make you or it's going to break you. And what I love about the NASDAQ is it is action-packed. There are opportunities almost every single day, especially if you decide to deploy a trend trading strategy, okay? I still think far too many of you guys are counter trend traders. You're always trying to catch that top and you're always trying to catch that bottom. And look, it's never going to work out for you, okay? So if you ever heard that saying, if you can't beat them, join them, that's really what you should consider doing when it comes to trading the trend. It's much larger to participate with what the large traders are doing than try to bet against the large traders, because that's just asking for you to get steamrolled. All right, you will get run over like a freight train if you go against the trend. So what you're seeing on the chart right now, guys, is a chart of the NASDAQ, and this green and red color band is a volume-based indicator that will alert you on trend changes. Remember, this entire video is going to hopefully educate you, entertain you, and most important, show you the path forward on how to deploy a trend trading style or strategy on your market, any market, okay? And look, there's so many different ways of attempting to spot a trend. So I came up with an idea. Why not just make it color-based, right? Why not just show people potential areas where the market starts a downtrend, and why not show people potential areas on where the market starts a nice uptrend, right? Simple, clean, organized, very easy on the eyes, right? I like this display because it's very aesthetically pleasing to the eye. You don't have to sit and stare at this chart for hours and hours trying to demystify what you think the trend direction is. It's easy. If it's red, think about shorts. If it's green, think about longs. You're done, okay? And good luck trying to figure it out on your candlesticks, right? How on earth do you think you're ever going to spot a trend on a candlestick Bollinger Band nonsense chart? There is no possible way you're ever going to be able to do that. And these type of charts are for amateurs, retail traders, people who don't know what they're doing. You understand? So anyway, now that you've got your hands on a trend trading chart, and now that you are accurately able to spot trends in the market, okay, again, any market, this trend-based indicator, what I call the volume indicator, is going to work on any market in the universe, okay? But how do you use it specifically? And I can tell you that you're going to have a lot more success identifying and locating the beginning of the trend, okay? Not the middle of the trend, not the end of the trend, whenever that is. I mean, this trend is still underway, and we started this trend all the way back here, right? You can see with your own eyes now why trend trading is so valuable. Okay, there's nothing else like it in the world, guys. I'm telling you, when you embrace and deploy a trend trading style or a trend trading strategy, your life's just going to be easier. I genuinely believe that you are going to have far less anxiety and far less stress in your trading than you would if you were looking at these type of charts, these candlestick nonsense charts, right? This is a pretty stressful chart. This doesn't give you any sense of identifying a trend. It's not possible, okay? But if we flip back to the nicer chart, well, here's a question I'm going to pose for you, and I'm also going to answer the question that I pose for you, okay? Because a lot of customers have asked me this question, and they say, hey, Mark, well, what happens if I tune in over here. Make sense? In other words, what do you do if maybe you missed the starting point of a trend, but you're convinced that wherever you are in the duration of the trend, you're convinced that the trend still has a lot more room to run. Okay? Well, I'm going to show you right now. All right? I'm going to show you how to slice up your charts and drill down into a smaller time frame. All right? So let me just go ahead and label this chart here. This is the larger time frame. All right, and watch what I'm going to do right now. You see where my mouse is right now? I'm going to duplicate this same symbol into a new tab on my computer, except I'm going to slice it down into a smaller time frame chart. Make sense? And so here's the smaller time frame chart. In fact, let's just go ahead and label this here, smaller time frame. Shouldn't be complicated, guys. All right, I'd be shocked if you are having some difficulty understanding this trend trading strategy. It's not hard to think about a higher time frame to get the direction right, okay, kind of on a big picture, while using a smaller time frame to dissect, to drill down on a microscopic level and take a potential trade in the direction of what the higher time frame chart is telling you. And so in our trend trading use case, we want to potentially take a stab at trading with the trend in this location, realizing that maybe you missed the starting point of the trend, and that's okay, right? There's opportunities on a daily basis. And so what we're doing here is we're going to be using confluence. All right, tell me what's happening on the larger time frame chart and let me trade accordingly on the smaller time frame chart. Well, how do you do that? How do you look for targeted entries within context of whatever the higher time frame chart is telling us? Okay, well, I'm going to show you right now, and I can almost guarantee when you're done watching this video, you are going to be a trend trading master. Okay, so we're in the smaller time frame chart, and you see these areas that I've highlighted here for you via this yellow box. These are the trend changes, locations on the chart per the color change. Make sense? So right over here where it turned green, this indicated a bullish trend change. Right over here, this indicated a bearish trend change. And of course, the final one here that we're going to look at, this over here, indicates a bullish trend change again. Makes sense? But check this out. On the higher time frame, we're green. Right? We're bullish on the higher time frame. No matter where you are in the stretch, whether you're over here or over here or over here, okay, you're bullish. You're a buyer. You are not at all a seller. Okay? So if now we jump back to the smaller time frame chart, of these three locations in the chart, ladies and gentlemen, which one does not match up with the higher time frame? I'll give you a couple of seconds to stare at this chart and tell me which one of these three signals we need to remove. Okay? Well, I hope you guessed it. We want to remove this one. All right? Because on the higher time frame chart, we're green. So on the smaller time frame chart, we also only want to take greens. Make sense? I don't want to be a seller. I only want to be a buyer. So look, this first green setup right here. Maybe you made a little bit of money. Maybe you lost a little bit of money. It kind of scratched around. That's obvious. But how about over here? The second green setup, right? Where we now have a color match. We have the trading direction right, both on the smaller time frame and the higher time frame, and we want to participate with the trend. We want to trade in the direction of the trend, and we never want to trade against the trend, right? We're not going to be counter trend trading, right? Well, isn't that interesting how the green matched up on the smaller time frame with the larger time frame? And if we see how this trade played out, hoo boy! Guys, this was a 400 pip or tick potential, depending on if you focus on futures, Forex, or stocks. No matter how you slice it, this was a magnificent, monster trend trading move that you can now identify on a simple color change. Makes sense, guys? So this is how you deploy a trend trading strategy This is for absolute beginners. I firmly believe that any trader of any experience level can master this strategy, and using this indicator is how you become a boss at trend trading. Guys, that'll do it for this video. If you'd like to get your hands on this powerful volume indicator, then get in touch, call, text, email, whatever's convenient, and I'd be happy to hook you up with a free one-on-one demo, really show you how this volume indicator is going to supercharge your trading. Guys, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next trade.